Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome to another edition of Remixing Politics and Culture with me, your host, Pam. I am a public relations and marketing professional who happens to have a passion for social justice, voter advocacy, and culture. And tonight, we're going to talk to a young dynamo who is Michigan House of Representative Donavan McKinney. He is now reaching for higher heights to unseat the multimillionaire incumbent Shri Tandadar for a seat in Congress for the 13th District of Detroit and its downriver community. Donavan McKinney has secured numerous endorsements from progressive leaders from all throughout the country. Senator Bernie Sanders, Representative Rashida Tlaib, former Representative Brenda Lawrence, the Working Families Party, Justice Democrats, and several labor organizations. His campaign platform emphasizes Medicare for all, universal childcare, affordable housing, labor rights, and the end of Citizens United. We need to get rid of corporations being able to buy elections in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to welcome Donavan McKinney, proud Michigan statesman, proud Michigan graduate, and a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Hello, Frat.
Hey, I'm blessed. So we're in Blue Phi, the Blue White family.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. You people saying hello. Hey, Loretta. Hello, Soror. All right. And Win-Win. Hey, how you doing? Okay. So, welcome back to the show and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
And
I'm excited to be back.
I am so happy to have you back. I wanted you back before, but, things don't always work out, and you are busy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Busy. So first, just starting off, how are you feeling since voting has already begun in Michigan for the primary, and we'll know the results as of August 4th. We'll know the deal.
Yeah.
So how you feeling?
9 days away. I'm nervous, but I'm excited, right? Because a lot of people have their ballots in hand or went to go early vote. Early voting in Michigan just started yesterday. So we have 9 days of early voting from yesterday all the way through a week from now, this upcoming Sunday, April 2nd. And then people can go again to go vote on election day, which is August 4th. But I'm excited. I just hope enough people come out to vote. I think the primary vote usually is lower in terms of lower turnout and the percentage of folks who actually vote. However, I think we're going to see an uptick because we have some battles here at the top of the ticket as well as down ballot. So I think there's going to be an uptick in participation. So we're excited just to see who comes out and hopefully we'll win. We're in a good spot, but we got a long way to go these last 8 days.
I know. And him having so much money on his own and what have you does make a difference.
Yeah.
But Detroiters, I'm talking to all of y'all homies. Y'all get out and vote.
Yeah.
Get out and vote because it's just no excuse for our lack of participation. It's just ridiculous.
That's true.
And we would have won a lot of things a lot easier. We would have won flat out if people would just show up.
Yeah.
You just got to show up.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
And to your listeners, a lot of folks don't know this is a majority Black district.
Yeah.
The only majority Black district in the country right now not represented by a Black person. And so, with the rollbacks of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, the Supreme Court decision that just happened a couple of months ago, and how overnight you had, a dozen states or so down south either canceled their primary elections, like literally as people were voting, canceled their primary elections, or called special sessions and got their legislatures back in session to redraw districts. get rid of and eliminate majority Black districts, especially down south. And so, like Black representation in particular, is on the line. However, this to me is not just about Black representation; it's about real and true representation. People who are going to put the people of the districts first, and that's why we decided to run and really take on this chance. It's I learned a lot. Like, this is one of the toughest things I've ever done in my entire life. But like, you learn from people, and what I learned more from anybody is just like, people want real change, and they want people in these positions who are going to make a difference. And like, we're up to the task and we're up to the job. We just got to go get in there.
Yes, I believe it. I know you're up for the task. Zach, I'm going to put your question back up, but I want to pivot real quickly to your video. It's a commercial, and I'm a commercial girl, and I really want to show it because I thought it was outstanding, and I want people to see it. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Here it is. All right.
Know Detroit, or they think they do. They know our music, our sport, our struggle. But what people always forget is none of this is possible without our people. This district is one of the poorest places in America, but the Mighty 13th knows hard work better than anyone. It's the people who clock in generation after generation, shift after shift, that get forgotten first. Somewhere along the way, we got convinced we should settle for less from the people we elect to represent us. I'm running for Congress because we deserve better. We deserve a Democratic Party that leads the fight against the billionaires robbing us blind, that stands up to corporate paths. Our country and our children can afford nothing less. People like our Congressman, Cherie Tanadar, are the problem. A multi-millionaire who spent millions to buy a seat of Congress, who has more in common with Donald Trump and Elon Musk than people like us. I was born next to smokestacks. We moved 13 times as a kid. Sometimes it was an apartment. Sometimes it was a family member's house. Sometimes it was even our own car. But wherever it was, my mom and grandma made sure it felt like home. I spent my life trying to give back to help the place and people I love. I've never forgotten my roots or the true purpose of why I serve. So always put the people first. When things are darkest, it's when you fight the hardest. I'm running for my wife, mother, and grandmother, and all women who deserve a Congress that fights for their rights. I'm running for my baby boys, because the block you live on should determine how far you'll go. I'm running for you, because like all of you, I know we deserve better. This is my home. This is our community. This is our future. And the choice is ours. I'm Donavan McKinney, and I'm running for Congress to take back this seat for us, always with the people.
All right. Okay.
People across this country and even the world know Detroit.
Okay, we're back. All right. that I love that ad. I think that is really, it's really impactful. It's very nice. Very, very nice.
No, I appreciate it so much. Like, we put a lot of thought into it, and wanted to showcase the city, our roots, and how we grew up, and how we're going to continue to fight for working people, and how we are always going to represent the people. That's bottom line, no matter what. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it and enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very good. Zachary has a question. Even before I get into my questions, he says, do you want to comment on the negative ads by Cherie and the United Democratic Project?
Oh, yeah. So good question. And so we're probably getting spent like around $20-30 million against us right now. And so that's from AIPAC, bundling money from my opponent, Cherie Tanadar, crypto, ICE contractors, DTE, our monopoly utility, you name it. They're throwing money at Cherie to try to defeat us. And he's spreading these lies. He got like all these anti-hate campaigns against me. And because like we're winning, essentially. Like, and, we're gaining momentum. People like really gravitate towards what we're talking about. and what we're fighting for, because it's bigger than just me. It's bigger than just Detroit, right? Bigger than this just region in the 13th district.
Absolutely.
It's a national movement, right?
Yes.
Nationwide movement.
Yes.
That we're fighting to try to figure out how to bridge that gap and deliver real resources for working people. So everything that my opponent has, have slandered our name and try to throw mud at us, it's freaking all lies. Like, I'm like, wow. Every time I wake up and I see it, I'm like, this is unbelievable. So, Pam, to your listeners that are tuning in, we are building the biggest and baddest coalition in the country.
Okay.
We've got over 150 plus endorsements from, congressional members to state, members like lieutenant governor to state reps and senators all across the state and in our district, to the county executive, Warren Evans, to a lot of our county commissioners, to local mayors and city council folks throughout the congressional district. And then we also have all the unions. I'm come out of SEIU. Shout out to SEIU, WAW support. I'm the only non-incumbent that the AFL-CIO has endorsed.
All right.
At the federal level in our state. And so and we got from not only labor leaders, but to faith leaders, a lot of our, Council of Black Pastors, Baptist pastors to, Reverend Sheffield's group to a lot of our Black Slate, Fannie Lou Hamer, you name it, a lot of grassroots organizations on the ground supporting us. And so, I wouldn't have garnered all of that support if I was what my opponent labels me to be.
Right.
And it's a mischaracterization on our record. And more importantly, it's misinforming voters. And I want to say this too, Pam, my wife kind of brought this up to me, and I thought she was spot on, because we as Democrats really frown upon misinformation when it comes to the general election, right?
Right.
Whether, influence from China or Russia or, Republican hackers, whatever it may be. But the Democrats, with the help of corporate money and influence, all this dirty money that they're spreading, they're the ones who are spreading misinformation to our base of voters. And so, we're no better than the Republicans that do it in the general election.
Right.
And if we're going to prepare our electorate to not succumb to the misinformation and the okie doke, so to speak, like we like to call it, then why are we doing it to them in our primaries? It makes no sense.
Right.
And so, we're doing a disservice and injustice to the voter. And that's why we're running on a platform to get all this big corporate money out of our politics, because everybody's fed up with it.
I know I am. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, I get so many requests for donations that from all over the country that my messages on my text messages, they don't show up. I have to go in to look at them. They don't show up on my screen anymore. I'm inundated. It must be over 100 a day. It's insane. Yeah. But I want to Win-Win says that it was a great ad, and he is in District 13. She thought it was beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
Your soror Loretta says the same. And tell us what your district encompasses. Please.
Yes. So the Michigan's 13th congressional district includes all the 5 Grosse Pointe communities, Harper Woods, the entire east side of Detroit. So if you take 8 miles, it's a Wayne County district. So I don't have any of the northern suburbs in Oakland or Macomb counties, just only cities in Wayne.
Okay.
So you take 8 Mile west to Wyoming.
Okay.
And take Wyoming as far south as you can go in Detroit. For the most part, I have Wyoming going east. In Detroit. So they're give or take. It's weird. There's some
I know the way they cut stuff up. Yeah.
That are a little west of Wyoming. Some of it is not touching Wyoming, a little east of Wyoming, but Wyoming is kind of like that hard border in Detroit. So that includes the cities of Highland Park, Hamtramck.
Oh.
And then it go all the way downtown. So I got all of that. Corktown, Southwest Detroit. And then it goes back out to the suburbs. So I have the south side of Dearborn Heights.
Okay. And that's not far from my mother.
Yep. And all of the cities of Melvindale, Taylor, Romulus, and Wayne.
I've got
the DTW airport at when people land.
Yes.
And then I also have all of E-Course, River Rouge, Lincoln Park, Allen Park, Wyandotte, and Southgate.
Okay. Okay. That's a weird cut.
It is. So it's like Detroit, but it also has downriver and then parts of Western Wayne County. Yeah.
That's a weird.
800,000 people. About 800,000 people.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. Donald is in here chatting up a storm, and I can't. Best social content in America. Okay. And then he says, does the OG want to win? I don't know what he's talking about. We will tell him how to come up and cover the deficit he is facing. I don't know what he's saying. There is a pathway to next steps beyond the status quo and get on the next flight August 11th, red eye to Austin and cut the data files access so you can get this done. You know what he's saying? Do you know what he's talking about? I think
so. I think this is more so about like the data points and then getting the information up there and connecting with voters. I think I know what he's talking about. But man, I want to come down. I do want to come down to Dallas, though. I think we talked about it before. Because we got to make sure that like Michigan and Texas is on it's on the radar in terms of who's going to come out the November ballot, right? Not just in the primaries, but in November, where we have competitive U.S. Senate seats that can dictate who has the majority in the Senate, who has the majority in the Congress. To really hold Donald Trump accountable.
Yeah. God. Let's see what else here. Speaking of the smut they are spewing, how are us going to fight socialism, communism? Well, it's real. You know what? It's the communism. I don't know what it is. I'm having an issue with all these labels.
Yeah.
And, I really am, because I know that there's this phrase of calling democratic socialists, but see, the problem with that, more educated people understand what that means. The only problem is that for people who aren't as well read and can be easily twisted, which we have learned that's the majority. That's a huge number of people in America. Yeah. They'll flip it and make you think that socialism is communism. And I guess
it's not. It's different.
Of course it is. But the thing is, the problem is that you've got loud mouths with microphones and cameras saying it. And he spews untruths all the time. So, that's how he's gotten over this whole time. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, you're right, Pam. So how I define, I come out the labor movement. Michigan is the home of labor. Detroit, all we do is union organize here.
That's right. That's right.
My grandfather, God rest his soul, he passed away last year. And, he used to take me around as a little kid to all his UAW meetings. He worked at Ford Motor Company on the line.
My dad did too.
42 years, never missed a day of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he told me why he never missed a day. And he said Ford had my back, but he said UAW had my back.
That's right.
And, I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from the labor movement. And being able to work one job, not only make ends meet, but have disposable income.
Yes.
For your family, retirement to look forward to.
Yes.
That's socialism, 40-hour work week.
That's right.
A lot of people look at these new labels. It's not a new phenomenon.
It ain't nothing new. Look at FDR.
Socialism.
Look at FDR. Look at one of our greatest presidents with all of the programs he put into place. That is technically socialism.
The New Deal. So when people look at it and they're writing about it right now, trying to, really hoodwink people into think socialism isn't the real deal. In reality, how I define politics is the redistribution of resources.
Right.
Socialism is the redistribution of wealth. So as the wealthier get wealthier and the poorer get poorer, there's no middle ground, right? And so you need that redistribution somehow, some way. You need government to try to correct it a little bit, to try to level the playing field.
Right.
Because we have our first trillionaire in the history of the country.
Yeah, off of our backs.
Off of our backs. And they're telling me that my seniors that I represent on fixed income, they get $900 a month from Social Security. That's all they get.
Yeah.
And they dang on rent alone is $800 a month.
Right.
Then you're telling me their food assistance from the federal government because of HR 1. People call it one big beautiful bill. I call it the one big shitty bill.
That's right. That's what it is.
Because it impacted food assistance and healthcare for us, for a lot of poor folks in our districts. And so, like, their food assistance, our seniors' food assistance got cut by less than $30 a month.
It was, but you know what, Donovan? It was. I happened to work in for DSS here in Durham County. And I was almost fell out when I found out a lot of seniors were only getting like $25 a month for food.
Yeah, it's
and that was before the big ugly bill.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What can you do with $25?"
Nothing. When the prices have skyrocketed, and
even
then
before the prices skyrocketed, what could you get healthy for $25?
It's so sad. It's so sad. And then the out-of-pocket costs just to do the doctor visits have gone up.
Oh, please!
And then their medication has skyrocketed, and so you're telling our seniors, not just them, but people in general. They have to decide every few days. Should they just use their little money, scrape up the pennies,
right?
Food to pay for life-saving medicine, or pay their rent and utility bills? Like, these are the decisions that a lot of my district, is, residents and communities have to go through. I'm running to represent the 5th poorest congressional district in the country. Out of 435 seats, out of 435 seats, we're the 5th poorest.
Wow.
Detroit is the blackest and poorest major city in all of America.
Really?
Yes, a lot of people don't realize this. And so, like, that redistribution of resources, they need real resources and intervention.
Right.
And an injection of dollars to try to level the playing field, to have everybody have a life that's worth living. But people are working 2-3 jobs, not even making ends meet, let alone slipping by.
Right.
And you're telling me these folks are lazy? These folks are working.
No. You know what? One thing that I recognized when I moved here, Donovan, to North Carolina in 1990, I was surprised at how many people worked multiple jobs.
Yeah.
And I mean, they weren't people that were necessarily educated or whatever, but back home, people worked. You didn't have to have a college diploma to make a good job, have a home, 2 cars, the whole bit, right? Yeah. And another thing about Detroit that from when I compare here, living here compared to the 90s when I came here, back home, you couldn't necessarily tell a person's socioeconomic status by where they lived. Here, you could tell it immediately because education is what was the thing that made them middle class. It wasn't necessarily the manufacturing jobs because they did not have the unions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I really began to understand all of that. It's very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting.
No,
but
you're right.
Yeah. Zach has this question because I knew Zach, I knew you'd have a bunch of stuff. You and Abdul are democratic socialists, but are constantly called communists. Oh, here's this question. Why aren't you telling people that many of the happiest countries in the world are democratic?
He's not lying. Not lying, man. No, that's true. And so, I think about this. Our GM plant right here on the border of Detroit and Hamtramck in our congressional district, a few weeks ago let go of over 1,300 UAW members, union employees, like real jobs.
Yes.
And this is our net zero plant. And guess what they just replaced all of those jobs with?
What?
Robots.
Oh.
Robots. And so, like, this is happening right now. Right, like the new technology, AI takeover is happening as we speak. Yes. We have to figure out ways to recalibrate, get people reskilled into having good jobs. I mean, livable wages.
Livable wages, yes.
Take care of their families, but also be able to, like not just earn enough to take care of their family. I'm talking about spend the time necessary to be a part of family and community. That's the real issue. I got people who working in these gig economies.
Yes.
And then like who are driving, for Uber and Lyft, and they're constantly working, right? They're doing Ship or, deliveries, Amazon, all that stuff.
Right.
I'm like, dude, do you ever get a break? And they're like, no, not really. I got to just keep going.
Yeah.
The way I keep going, I'll be able to make some more money. And I'm like, well, like life isn't just about making money.
Yeah, but the way our economy is set up and the way he's come here and done things, it has become that.
I know it's so sad because it takes away from community. It takes away from a sense of self. It's a draining process because like you're not becoming your full self,
right?
As a human being, as a citizen of this great country. And so like for me, like I want people to be them full selves, and a lot of times they have to shut down everything else in order to go work.
Right.
And I hate to see it. I really do. And we got to change the way everything works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do.
When asked, I can't believe it. Esper, my mom lives off of Esper. I grew up there. When we didn't even know that. She says, does your area cover Esper in Detroit? She says her grandma lives there, and she would vote for you.
Okay.
And Esper is off of Wyoming. But it's near Dearborn. It's near that Dearborn side.
Okay, let me see. I'm about to look at it right now. So Esper, and what's the cross street like? What's
the cross street there at Esper that you're speaking of? When
I'm about to look at the map right now. Let me see. Because it's weird how they cut it. It's so weird how they cut it. How they cut these districts.
Tyerman is over there too.
Yeah, I got part of Tyerman. I know that. I was just.
Then you know what? You might be my mom can vote for you then. Because my mom's street runs in 2 blocks into Dearborn across Tyerman.
Okay.
And Esper is the street we walk to Esper. Down Esper all the time. I walk to Esper to get to Wyoming.
Oh, you know what? I don't have the Dearborn side, but I am close to it.
Then I think you might have us covered.
Okay.
I hope my mom is on here because because she's a big time voter registration person.
Okay. But I could tell, like, people could just easily look at it. Just type in Google Michigan 13th District map.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need money to win. You need clout. Okay. Yeah, so many. Yeah. Let's see. Bottom line, oligarchs should not be making policy. Absolutely.
Working people should. We should.
They love the uneducated. That is so true, Judy. Let's see. Republicans will cut taxes for the wealthy and benefits for everyone else. The American people need to wake up.
Yeah.
And wake up, sleeping giants. We have the power to make a change. Let's show love for ourselves. That's right. Oh, Lord, look at this. Pam, don't get me started on education. My mother was a school teacher in Ann Arbor. I'm homeschooling my grandkids. Yes, they're learning AI and robotics. When I've never had you this active in the comments before. My grandmother lives near Mackenzie High. When your mother, my mom lives over there where your mother is. They probably know each other.
Yeah.
She has to know it because my mother's real active in that community. God, look at this. Look at God's glory. We finding out all this stuff on the live chat. Sadly, life has become more about making money in the U.S. because it's getting harder to afford the basic necessities just to live every day for the working class people. And that is the truth. I know for a fact that when I go and buy a few little groceries and it's $75 and I don't even have any meat in the thing, I'm like, and I can't imagine what it's like for you. How many of your kids in diapers, Donovan?
So 2 of them are. So, for those who don't know, my wife and I, we got 3 beautiful children, ages 4 and younger. So we got our oldest son is 4. Our middle son, he turned 2 on on Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
And then we have a baby girl now. She's 11 months old and runs the whole house. She does everything. But our 4-year-old is no longer in diapers. She's potty trained. Our 2-year-old is getting there. And the baby, she's so it's expensive. But childcare is our biggest cost.
Yes.
Every single month. We pay more in childcare for our oldest son for one child than we do our mortgage.
Oh, what?
For just one.
So I don't see how you did your wife work outside the home?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, I can't survive. Listen, off a public service salary.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. We're not even surviving. And I'm not knocking my salary. My salary is 5 times the median income of my current district. I represent the poorest district in the state right now. As a state rep. $14,000 is the median income of my current district.
Who's living off of $14,000?
I know. If you break that down by 12 months, that's a little over $1,200 a month. When the average rents in our neighborhood start at $1,400.
Right.
That's all your money down the drain.
I just don't. I don't.
Gas, groceries, utilities, insurance, health insurance, auto insurance. I mean, you name it. Like, it is just unbelievable the cost of living people are under, and the weight and pressure. It's killing folks right now. And so I'm running, like I said before, for the 5th poorest congressional district, and it's the same issue. Like, these folks, they're looking like Donovan. I need help everywhere I go, and it's not just race. Like.
Right.
Black, white, brown, like everybody go yellow. Like, people are just like suburban, like all the suburbs to like inner city Detroit. Everybody like, I'm struggling. I'm at my wit's ends. I don't know how I'm gonna make it next month. Like, that's where people are under right now.
Right.
It's sad because we live in the wealthiest country in the world, and we can go to war though. We can go to Iran, spend $1 billion a day on average, $1 billion a day.
And have the nerve to ask for trillions more or whatever.
Or Trump to go knock out a wing in the White House.
Oh, God.
Just go.
Oh, my God.
That boy, just knock it out.
Oh, my God.
And then you telling us we can't get health care, we can't get food assistance, we can't make sure that everybody in the wealthiest, most powerful country in the world has housing.
Yes.
Has health care.
Yes.
Like, these are the simple, I don't know. Am I crazy?
No. We're all saying that, but they want to gaslight us and make us feel like we're crazy.
Yeah.
So Black Women in AI, who the founder of that is our soror, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Angel Bush. How will AI impact those numbers as jobs transition?
Yeah, so like it's gonna be bad. Like, I mean, what I'm hearing on the ground is that like AI does help improve, efficiencies. I know, healthcare professionals are using it in settings like being able to see cancer before doctors see it. So those are some of the things AI is able to do, which I think is freaking phenomenal and amazing and
right.
doing. But in terms of like being able to replace jobs, like what just happened at the Poletown plant, our net zero plant in Detroit and Hamtramck.
Right.
Yeah, like losing 1,300 jobs just to replace them all with robots. Like, where are people going to be able to work, So,
but see, here's the other thing with this whole AI robotics thing. Yeah, you're thinking you're saving a lot of money, even though I've been reading where they're having to rehire people back because AI is costing them more money than it did with real live people, and then the errors, and then now you've got the AI doing its own thing and all that type of stuff. One of the things is that we have to realize, or the oligarchs have to realize, if you don't have people, AI robots are not going to buy your products. So if you hire all of these, have all these robots doing all your bidding for you, who's buying your stuff?
I got to give Henry Ford some credit, even though, historically, I've read a lot more about him, and even though he was an industry tycoon and the Model T and all that, and like being able to build, actual the line, right? Being able to go on there and say, hey, I'm gonna pay every worker $5 a day.
Yep.
So that's a living wage. Plus they're gonna be able to afford my products.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hello.
and have brand loyalty. That's why Detroit, you can't go nowhere in Detroit. We got brand loyalty, whether it's from our grandparents, parents don't pass on down to us.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we got brand loyalty here. But, it's a dang old shame. We got companies who don't even care like about their own workers. Who just only care about the bottom line. And they're like, so what? They can't afford our products. So what?
But that's going to change because you cannot erase the human element in things. You just can't. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. I'm going to read when she put a long thing in here. Let's see. My grandmother is passed. Okay, this is the first time I've been on your wonderful audience. I was on your show once. I like to talk. You have a lot going on. My son and wife worked it out. She works from home. Back to my question. How are y'all going to stop the communist convo? People are stupid. They all believe it. Pamela, don't kick me off. LOL.
No, we're not kicking you off, sis. No, I mean, like it's hard. We need people like you, right? To be our surrogates, to push back against those narratives.
Right.
Because like a lot of times it's not going to be TV commercials that do it or ads that are going to do it. It's going to be all of us in the community talking to one another. And like you all are the safeguard of democracies, just regular people.
Yes.
Being able to have those conversations within your network, whether it's family members, co-workers, neighbors, like in your circle, people trust you because they know you.
Right.
So we need you to be that voice of reason for folks and say, hey, no, none of this communist stuff is no, none of that. Push back against what Trump and the propaganda is pushing out.
Yep. You guys make sure that you are sharing this video wherever you're listening from. And if you're on YouTube, please thumbs up it everywhere, especially on YouTube, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because this is playing on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would like, share, and really share the videos, because the whole purpose of this stuff is to educate people and get people to vote.
Yeah.
You guys, we have to vote. We can't, and we have to realize too that no matter what, where we live, even though Donavan is in Detroit and he's running for that district, when he gets to Congress, he's impacting all of us.
Oh yeah.
No matter where you live, as we are looking at Maine and Susan Collins and all that kind of stuff, it's the same thing that happens for all of us, no matter who gets elected. So we need to pay attention to all elections. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. Here's Zach again. The wealth gap has increased since 1981 when Reagan introduced the trickle down ain't never worked for nobody.
Nope.
Why are people continuing to vote for moderate Republicans dressed up as Democrats like Fetterman? Oh my God. I just got so upset about that man. I was feeling sorry for him. And if I ever get fooled by another person like that again, I'm going to scream.
No, listen, it's our Democratic Party, right? Yeah. We all know the Republicans are off the rails. Like there's no coming back for them.
No, it's
the Democratic Party, I like to say, Pam, truly is supposed to be the party of the people.
Right.
And so if we're going to continue to claim that statement, then we have to follow suit. We have to actually deliver on the resources and help change the livelihoods of working class people.
Right.
Flat out. And so I can give you 3 perfect examples in my lifetime.
Okay.
In my 30s, in my lifetime, that like I've been disappointed in, that have impacted us for years and decades to come.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing was under the housing crisis, in the recession of 07, 08, 09, 2010.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, the early 2010s, when, guess what, under Obama administration,
Yeah.
The Democrats were in power. We
Yes.
had a Democratic trifecta.
Yeah, we did.
From the 08 election.
We did.
But guess what? Guess what the Democrats ended up doing at that particular time?
What?
We sent our tax money, or they sent it. They sent our tax money to bail out the banks.
To the who? To bail out the yeah. And we bailed out the auto industry too.
Auto, yes, but really the banks was the key, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who caused the housing crisis with the over speculations and selling of subprime mortgages and like really causing people to live outside their means a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like signing on to like 1-2%, interest loans and not realizing it's adjustable. And when the housing crash actually happened, it turned into 30, 40, 50, 60%. Your monthly payment ballooned from just a couple $100. Now you owe tens of thousands of dollars, and you just like, I don't have it. And people went belly up. They just left their homes. And so what happened is Detroit, blackest city in America, major city in America, we had the most, the highest percentage for black home ownership rate out of any city in the country. 82% at one point in time in the 2000s, leading up to the housing bubble. Now we're down to like the inverse of that.
I think the
city only has like maybe 20 or so percent black home ownership rate, with the home ownership rate overall is like 30-some%. I think we're a majority renter city for the first time in a long time here in the city.
Really?
Yeah. So those policies impacted us. That was one. The second example, fast forward to, the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd on behalf of the Minneapolis Police Department.
Yeah.
Chauvin, all of them. And we had two black men in the U.S. Senate, Tim Scott, a Republican out of South Carolina, Cory Booker, a Democrat out of New Jersey.
Right.
The Black Lives Matter movement was happening at that time. It was led by black folks, but it was a multicultural movement that wanted police reform and accountability.
Yes.
And so those two in the U.S. Senate, those two black men, were negotiating on trying to get over the hump the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. But they couldn't get it done, to no avail, because there was no agreement, because there was no courage of people willing to actually have those hard conversations and get over some of those differences to end qualified immunity.
Yes.
Police officers are pretty much the only field and job and profession where the individual police officer isn't held accountable as much as any other profession. You can go, and they have the right to literally kill somebody if they want to. And I'm not saying they do it all the time. And I also know how hard it is. I've been on police ride-alongs. I got some family members who are officers. It is hard. I know what they go through, and I don't want to be, because I'm like, man, there's some tough, rough things. You put your life on the line every day. I commend a lot of our officers for that, but there are a few that take advantage of that badge, and those few have the opportunity to either protect life or take life.
Right.
And we wanted real change. And to young black people like myself, who were looking for real change out of our government, guess what? We didn't get it. And so a lot of my black folks got let down from that. A lot of young people in particular. I'm trying to get them back engaged. The third thing that happened, and I talked about it earlier on this show, is the rollback of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 under the Biden administration, under Democratic leadership.
The Shelby versus that big chunk that went down first.
Yep. So Section 2, I think it was Section 2 and Section 5. The first chunk went down in 2012, and then 14 years later, 2026, they pretty much gutted it. But because there's an imbalance right now of the three branches of government, people tell me all the time, why does Trump have so much power?
Yes.
I say because the three branches isn't working.
It's not
as it should. The three branches of government isn't working. We got a Supreme Court, the court system, the judicial branch, who just gave Trump full-fledged immunity to do God knows what.
And he's doing it. And he's doing it.
And then we got the legislative branch, the Congress, who are literally scared of this orange man.
Yeah. Like, well, and you know what? A lot of it is blackmail.
True, that's part of it because of the whole Epstein, this whole destruction, and the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
But my point is, I want to bring it back is we need people with courage in these positions, Pam.
Right.
Like courage to me doesn't necessarily mean the absence of being afraid. Courage to me means even when you are afraid,
right,
you still step up and do the right thing on behalf of the people you represent. And that's what's missing. Under the Biden administration, the Democratic Congress passed the John Lewis Voting Rights and Advancement Act 3 times.
Yes.
I think 2 or 3 times.
We've tried and it just hasn't done.
And the Senate failed to take it up. But because the courts are legislated from the bench, because Congress isn't freaking moving. They're not moving to do anything productive right now. With Dems or Republicans. And so I'm not saying we got to get the Republicans out. But I'm saying when we win the Democratic majority again, which we probably will, and we're going to fight like hell for it.
Right. We have to.
And we're going to get the gavels back into power. We need to utilize that power, exercise it, and stop being afraid.
Right. And
that's some real stuff that people need. That's why folks are so pissed off at the 2-party system.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much stuff in the chat. But listen, I've had so much in the chat. I haven't asked not one question that I wrote.
Oh, but go ahead.
But you know what? I gotta get this one to you. I have to, because this is a big rock item for me. And that it's gonna take you, a young person, and that's another thing. We absolutely need generational change and shift. We've got to have it. This thing that we're going through with McConnell is a sin and a shame. Okay?
Man, listen,
it's a sin and a shame.
I don't like to joke around with death, but man, I was, Black Twitter goes crazy.
I know.
And they're like, that brother is dead. I don't know if he's dead, but he is not.
Even Laura Loomer said that he's brain dead.
Yeah, they should just call it. But Andy Beshear is the governor, Democratic governor of Kentucky.
And I want him to grow up there and to do it. He's got to do it, because if it were role was reversed, your boy McConnell would have been done it. 40 days. What job can you be on for and be absent that long? Nowhere. But listen, here's my big rock answer, and I'm gonna get back to the chat, you guys. That's so important to me, Donovan. I believe all Americans across the country, what we want is a plan, an organization, an organized effort that when we take over, that we have our own plan, something like a Restore and Better plan or something, 2027 or whatever.
We need our own 2026 plan. You're right.
We need to have where we can methodically do a checklist. Check, we've reversed this situation. Check, we've reversed this situation. Check, we've codified Roe v. Wade in Congress. We've got to go codify stuff in Congress to override what's happened in the SCOTUS. And we need to change the laws of SCOTUS. That is the one thing that the forefathers really screwed up on. They had everybody else check, but the SCOTUS.
Yeah.
They had everybody else check, checkmate, checkmate. But the SCOTUS, they kind of let them be kings. As if I don't know what they were thinking, that they couldn't be poisoned in the brain or something. I don't know.
Well, Pam, to your point, that's where the checks and balances come from the 3 branches of government. So who's supposed to check the executive and the judicial? It's the Congress, but the Congress is failing to act right now.
Yeah.
And so you need people in there who are going to push the envelope. And push our party. When we get it back, the Dems will get back the majority with your help and a lot of people's help. They're tuning in to the show. But like when we get it back, we have to act.
Yes.
We can't just sit on it.
We can't talk about it and pontificate.
Yeah, and then try to impeach forget impeaching. We got to freaking run the table on our agenda.
Right.
It ain't even about Trump at this point. It's about saving the democracy by passing real legislation and doing some things for working people that we need to do it.
Right.
Getting all this dirty money out of politics for one.
Yeah, that's a
Citizens
big one.
United.
Right.
Actually making sure that everybody's health care is protected, whether you got a pre-existing condition or not. That's why I'm supporting Medicare for all.
Yes.
Like a common sense system.
Yes.
And then like also free universal childcare, making sure that our children has opportunities, access to higher education. Why is it we, like in a first world country context, look at worldwide and what other countries are doing? Why don't we send our children to higher ed institutions bankrolled by our government? We can do it. It doesn't make sense. Why are we making sure that all of our students graduate with all this debt? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's so asinine and backwards. It's ridiculous.
Pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Pass George Floyd Justice and Police Act. Like, we got to go do stuff. That's what people need us to do right now. We have to go do something. And why not legislate and deliver on behalf of working people? And what people are fighting for and crying out for.
And you know what, Marsha? Greedy people are the problem. You know what? You know, when I just look at this whole trillionaire, the first trillionaire, and I look at the things that even Jeff Bezos has said about, you know, how we have to make this money, and it's just so creepy. And I think about, you know, it's really biblical. It's like what are the 7 deadliest sins? And greed. I mean, it's just this. You're just constantly. You cannot be satisfied, and it is something wrong with you when you cannot. When you just. You can't be satiated in any form or fashion. You got to have more. You got to have more. You got to have more. And it's just, it's a sickness. It's sick. It's not normal.
No.
You know, and these people are on drugs. You see, Elon Musk, he's high as a kite when we used to see him all the time in the Oval Office. You know, all the things. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know people want to impeach Trump and they want to get their lick back and stuff, but we do have to know how to chew gum and walk and skip and jump all at the same time. But we really need people like you and hooking up with other people like-minded that will be like you have like one team of captains to say, you chair this, you chair that, you chair this, and then we steamroll things so it gets done, because what I'm afraid is that we'll go in there disorganized.
Yeah.
And we won't get anything done that we
agree.
want. And that is going to be a real problem.
Yeah.
A real problem.
No, you're right, Pam.
Right. Open borders and gas prices are doubled in 5 years under Biden administration. I don't know. That didn't happen under the Biden administration so what do you prefer?
That's higher now than it was under Biden.
I know, of course. What are you talking about?
I don't know. But like, just check the facts.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Republican Party, you know what? Remember once upon a time when some of the Republicans saw that things were going off the rails with Trump and Trump 1.0, and they said, well, we need to form another party. And see, and in a way, they almost should have, because that name, the Republican name, has totally ruined the name for them. To even think, I mean, I wouldn't equate a John McCain with the Republican Party. I didn't agree with John McCain, but you know what? That's okay. You can agree to disagree in a polite way, because that is what democracy is. We're all not going to agree on everything, right? I don't agree with my own self all the time, right? But I'm just saying, you know, you need that thing to make one another better, to be able to say, well, you know what? That's not a bad point that you got there. And then the other person say, well, I don't know. Well, let me see. You know, that's how that's how it's supposed to work. And then people used to go and have a beer after work or whatever. And then they say, okay, see you tomorrow. Let's start it again.
You know, I talked to some historians and people who worked in Congress, either as, elected members of Congress or worked on staff. And before flying, getting on an aircraft and being able, before all that got super convenient, elected members of Congress, both House and Senate, used to move their families to D.C. And so you will be able to raise your family together as you go out here and do the people's work of the country and technically the world, because we make decisions on behalf of the world too.
Yeah.
And like when you disagree, your families were still hanging out, right? So you might have just like, whatever, man. Da, da, da. But then like you have to come back home. And then like that layered opportunity to just have that dialogue outside of just the public eye, to have those, talks, to come to some common ground, to have those conversations. That isn't necessarily happening. We're talking in our own silos.
Yes.
Whether it's through social media or through the mass media or just like our echo chambers.
Yes.
That's all we're talking to is our echo chambers. There's no opportunity to find some there's common ground here. I even talk to Republicans. They'll tell me behind closed doors. They'll tell me.
But that's
tell
not
me like,
good enough. That's
Trump
not, where's
wild.
the courage? Where is the courage in that?
Courage. They'll tell me like, yo, Trump is wild, man. We think you're crazy. I'm like, well, won't you just step up and say something then?
Exactly. You just
They're like, no, we won't do it.
But see, that's so ridiculous. I think that is feckless. Yeah. It's unpatriotic. It's immoral. Yeah. It's all the things they talk. Oh, we're so Christian. We're this, we're that. Jesus he'd be flipping tables.
Our Democratic Party gotta take Christianity back in a sense, because we'll let the Republicans to hoodwink it. And also patriotism too. Like, patriotism. We're about the Bible.
I consider myself a patriot.
Yeah,
and
like,
because of that, we are a lot of patriots.
Come on. So like the Dems, we got to get back to our values, which is like, Christianity ain't just about, like living up to, it's about living up to everything, right? Treating people the way they should be treated as human beings, as like God's children, like as at the end of the day, I'm no better than you and vice versa. But like, and like, if you bleed, I bleed. Like those type of principles in the Bible, like, these are the democratic values we're all pushing. And so we got to take ownership of that. We got to fight for that back. And then patriotism, who love this country better than black people? And we literally have died and bled and did everything for this dang old country. And we still get treated like crap.
Right. Still. And you know what? Now, speaking of this, Mondami, look at how our Democrat leadership treated him. They didn't want to endorse him. Scared to endorse him, right? I understand. I read something where Kamala Harris has had a conversation with him, and I don't know. I haven't seen anything else about it since. But it's just really frustrating to see, but it's frustrating to hear people talk what they can't do. But Mondami, he only been there 6 months. He done balanced the budget in New York. He has made Amazon pay all of their fees that they were due to the city of New York. They had, I understand, millions of dollars in outstanding fees for whatever. I don't know what it was. He made them do that. He's talking about getting grocery stores that the city owns. He did the child care thing. It is possible. Nobody can tell us now that you cannot do these things.
That's true.
Because he did it in New York.
Yeah.
And then he got, where Kathy Hochul the governor was thinking, I don't know, we can do this or whatever. And by George, they got it done. They got things done in New York. And can you believe it? People are happier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. People, crime is down. Things happen and work when people are more secure in how they're living and stuff. I think, what do you think? I think Black women, and they ask you saying, like, what are the proposed solutions? I do think that we need to take a page out of Mandami's book.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing that with the very platform that you have, when people don't have to be stressed with paying exorbitant fees for childcare.
Yep.
When people don't, because then they'll have more disposable income. When people have adequate housing that isn't robbing them blind, or more than 50%, 50% or more of their income, who can? Come on, you can't afford that.
I know.
So if you can fix problems through policy, absolutely. And Mandami is showing that right now and on a local level. And that's why people need to understand why all politics are local.
Yeah.
But we also need to understand, like I was putting in the text for you coming on the show, is that everybody, you may not live in Michigan, but if you when you get to Congress, you impact all of us. So we need to be we have to pay more attention to Lottie Dottie and everybody.
No, that's true. And we got to utilize, I tell folks all the time, use your voice by utilizing your vote.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. The system is far from perfect. It's not like everything's going to change right after you vote for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But it is opportunity it's a tool in the toolbox we all have to use. And I say this especially when I'm with my seniors and young people. It's an old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it.
That's true.
And so they're trying to figure out different ways to suppress our vote to lose it. I guarantee if there's an opportunity for us to lose the vote, there is.
Yeah.
We have a system in place to do so.
Yes.
And I think everybody's going to wake up and be like, oh, snap. Give me your back, because you cherish something once it's gone.
I know, it's insane.
And so we got to fight for it, or
right.
we gonna lose everything.
I know, and this isn't hyperbole either. This is facts. Zach wants to know: have you tried to get Mandami to give you an endorsement on video that you can play on social media? That'll be good after you win this primary.
Yeah. No, me and him have a couple conversations before. He's doing this thing. But no, we got the support of a big coalition from Bernie Sanders to Summer Lee, other Congressional Black Caucus members, and other known people, these political figures. Shout out to Brenda Lawrence, the former Congresswoman. She endorsed us as well. The current Congressman Rashid Tlaib in Michigan. We got so many great people, man, on our side. That really want real change, and somebody in there that's going to do the work. This is about service at the end of the day. And right now, we got a guy in there who's all in it about himself, not in about helping people. And that's you're in this job, you can't be afraid of the people that you represent.
Right.
I know that's an issue with my opponent.
Yes.
And also, you got to love him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he don't love our people. I know it.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way he moves in his actions.
Yeah, I was reading some things on him, and it looks like when it was time where he could have supported an Obama, he did not. It was very interesting. I was just reading some stuff on his wiki page. Okay, I don't know who Don Diesel is, but you have some very interesting comments. Why is everything racist in Democrats' party? I don't know what you mean by that. If you mean by us talking about black and white issues, maybe you're not in our skin, but and I can't determine that because I know there's some people who are in our skin, but all skin folk and kin folk, and our experiences in our skin are very unique.
Yeah.
And I literally saw something on Tubi where Oprah had done a show with a white man who had taken some type of something to melanate his skin. And he thought he was going to do the experiment for, I don't know, a month or so. He didn't last a week. He said it was it was too much. The way he got treated was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Tim Scott blocked the police reform bill, so they gave us Juneteenth. Democrats defend the police. No, but because he is, I don't know what he's, I don't understand. Eric Holder did get stuff done. Yeah, he did. And then Trump reversed it. That's true. We had so many things to get reverse engineered on us with him in 1.0. Really, in this 2.0. Honey, he came with blazing saddles. He was ready for us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Last thing I want to say on this point, and I know we got to wrap up in a minute, is Trump. Okay, their Project 2025 plan that people have fleshed out, read, some have read. If you haven't read it, look at it. It says in there is something very concerning, which I think about constantly. Is out of the 330 million or so people in this country, they want to get rid of it at minimum 100 million people. I don't know if you knew that, Pam. They want to get rid of 100 million people. And so the word is not just going to be the worst of the worst criminals.
Right.
Targeting. It's not just going to be our migrant, immigrant communities, brown sisters and brothers. It's going to be people that look like us. And so like, to me, the issue around birthright citizenship. If
this guy is a troll. This guy is a complete troll.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I'm
gonna still make my point. So the issue around birthright citizenship, if you're born in this country, does that make you a citizen? Yes or no? Yes, you would think so.
Right.
But there's opportunities to roll that back. Black folks in this country are still considered 3/5. It's never been outlawed or eliminated. It's just unenforceable right now because of the 14th Amendment, birthright citizenship.
Of which he's trying to get rid of the 14th Amendment.
So the Supreme Court upheld it for those born in this country from non-citizens. However, Trump literally the next day was like, hey, Republican Congress, send me legislation to overturn birthright citizenship. So those who have the original rights in this country under the Constitution are white Protestant men who own property. Property back then meant slaves.
Yes, it did.
And so now, if you fast forward to now, what that actually means, so that excluded working class white people, that excluded black, brown, women, Portuguese, I mean, you name it, like whoever it is, we all are part of gaining our rights and privileges through amendments in this Constitution that can be easily peeled back through the courts if we don't have a Congress and if we don't have the levels of balance of government like we need to.
Right.
The three branches. And so all this is interconnected. The reason why I'm able to hold office right now as a state rep, run for Congress, the only reason why you and I are able to walk around free and have these type of conversations on your show is because of birthright citizenship. You remember, they're targeting, you have to be a citizen. And so that acquires you or like certain rights and privileges. But if you're not a citizen, they can figure out some way to make you sub-citizen. What does that mean for future generations coming after us, our kids and grandkids, and those coming after? And so that's what is top of mind for me every single day. Not just the affordability crisis. We got to figure out we got to solve those type of issues, the economic crises people are under, but also like our rights and privileges in this country. That is what I'm worried about. And that's why I'm going to Congress to make sure that those are protected. And, you know, whatever this Constitution is, we got to figure it out. We got to update it to some degree because there's some things in there that like needs to be outlawed and eliminated. But like we got to protect our people.
We have to. We have to. My goodness, we have to. Oh, wow. Oh, look. Oh, I got to read this. Julie. She lives in Shreves District. I see nothing but commercials, mailers, and billboards. He has a community center on Livernois that I have never seen open. Detroit fell for the okie doke. He lived in Ann Arbor and moved to Detroit because the city voted for him based on commercials when he ran for governor. Please wake up, Detroit. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, yeah. He came in and carpetbagged in, and man, still treats our district sub-citizen. Man, it's so sad.
You got to let people know. Dr. Lee Young says, on another note, that digresses from politics. You look like Gerald Levert a little bit.
Don't let me start singing on here, okay? I love it. Hey man, we all love the Levert family. Shout out to them.
Yes. Renee says, now Renee lives in New York. She says Mondami collected outstanding ticket and traffic fines from Amazon, which had been not gone after he got elected. Money Connie Miller Fox. I don't know what that means.
So to that point, and I was thinking about it as we were discussing earlier. Republicans are right when it comes to this. I'll give them credit for this. There's inefficiencies on where our taxpayer money is going. However, they're doing it in the worst way possible. They're targeting waste, fraud, and abuse on the working poor and the working people, which in reality, like there's like the data will show you, there's like not that much fraud. Kind of like voter fraud. Like it's not that much. Like it's like 0.00001%.
Right.
Like the percentages are very small. What's happening is there's fraud, waste, and everything going on with the big corporations. Right. The wealthier types, the oligarchs, the ultra wealthy, the top 1% class. Those are the ones we need to be looking at, and where our taxpayer goes, our dollars are going to them to subsidize their lives so they can make more money. That's where the Democrats need to come into play. If the Republicans are going to call it waste, fraud, and abuse, I do agree there is some inefficiencies on how our government is spending money. But to me, we got to look at where a lot of our money going to these major mega corporations.
Right.
And how they're misusing our taxpayer money just to make more money for themselves.
Okay. And this is our frat brother, Dr. Ron Charles. Kavanaugh wrote an addendum to Congress, a bone that the Congress could do something about the 14th Amendment.
Oh, yeah. They're going to figure out some way to roll it back, to get us back to Jim Crow, to black codes, to slavery. Like we're only hanging on by, like, listen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. We only
switch it up on us like this, and then we all be. Just think about why they're building these ICE detention centers so close to us.
Yeah, y'all fighting the one in Romulus by the airport.
We are. I think that one is. We fought it. It's not completely done, but I think it's just about done. But like, just think about it. Where they, like, for us, they're killing ICE is killing American citizens. Like people in general, but people who are born here, they're literally like deporting us. I'm like, where are you going to send us? We're from here.
I know, but they're sending people all over the world.
Yeah, what are you talking about? They're literally deporting American citizens. They literally sent one of my constituents' sons, a 9-year-old fourth grader, to Texas. He was born here. His dad was born here. Like, he's like, I'm leaving the whole damn country, which he did. He ended up leaving earlier this year. He left after he got his son
What
back.
country did he go to?
He went, I think it's somewhere in Europe. I can't remember what exact country. I got to connect with, but he's like, I'm out, man. I'm out.
Yeah.
They took my son.
Yeah. Did he get his son? He got his son back, though,
but it took him 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things people are going through. Like, people don't feel safe.
No, and look at all those girls that got pregnant.
What? Yeah,
it's a whole bunch of young pregnant girls.
That's crazy.
Young pregnant girls that they'd have moved them someplace else. I forget. It might have been in Texas. And then I saw one creator. He showed an ICE agent filling up a woman because he was on top of her on a car. I mean, all kinds of crazy
So
stuff.
sad, man.
All
They
kinds
say
of
they're
stuff.
taking advantage of that badge, and they need to be held accountable.
Yes. Yeah. And
That's
all
so
those
sad.
people they're unqualified. They're nothing but rogue, whatever.
Yeah.
Rogue, whatever. Look at this. It's 9:16. Well, listen, my frat and future congressman, Donavan McKinney, we finally got you back. Listen, I cannot wait for August 4th and to hear the good news and to celebrate and all that good stuff. Yes. We're going to this is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be the real David and Goliath story, because you got the millions, but you are always for the people. So it's going to work out. It's going to work out.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
It's the money. It's the money versus the many.
Yes.
Yep.
The money versus the many.
Mm-hmm.
The money versus the many. Absolutely.
And I'll end it with this: organized people.
Yes.
Organized money every single time.
Yes. It has to, because we've got to speak the truth or whatever. Listen, do me a favor, Donavan. Encourage some other people to hook up with me for shows and stuff like that. I have one day in the not too distant future, I'll have somebody to help me produce things, but I need more people to come to me, because they'll tell me after the fact, and then when I follow up with them, because I try to make the shows relevant and stuff, you know, what's happening. And I want
I've been tuning in, like, in between stuff. I'm like, okay, if I can't catch it, I try to watch it. When you post
you can do replays. Yeah. And it's always on YouTube, guys. So you can, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll at least get notification.
I'll tell some people to do your podcast for sure.
Please do, because it's a conversation, and I think people get a lot out of being able to interact with others and with the people, with people like yourself, because it breaks it down, you know, and people can say, oh, well, he did say this, and they can hear directly from you. Yeah. It's easier that way, I think. Okay, wishing you much success. Yeah, we're gonna be calling him Congressman. That's
no lips to God's ears. Let's go do it. Let's go do it.
That's right. We're gonna do it. All right, we're gonna wave off. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Thank you. God bless everybody.
All right. Okay.